Hey there, podcasters. This episode Shops Closed is a little bit shorter than the other ones, but I got a lot of information in on this one. But I did neglect to actually mention some of the people that make this show possible every week, which is Planet Chaos is the big one. Planet Chaos, Fort Atkinson. Find them on Facebook. They're awesome. You can also follow us. We're friends. You find them. Trust me, you'll find them. And then we also have Warp Charge Gaming, which have been a great supporter in the podcast itself. And I want to shout out to them. There's not ad space in this one because we are just bumping out tournaments. So listen closely to the tournament information. We got one by phone, which was our first phone interview. So it might be a little shaky, but trust me, it's worth listening to. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. You can find us on iTunes as well. Tell your friends, join us on Facebook, and enjoy the show. Welcome to Shops Closed, where we gossip Warhammer like giggling drunk women. And that's how I look at it, at least. It doesn't have to be. You guys aren't that giggly tonight.
Not a fucking word. You're on your own. On your own with that.
Maybe we got too far into the party. Like the ladies are just too drunk, where like they don't even care anymore.
Now they just want to go home.
Yeah.
They just want like
some
lasagna, or like French toast, or like
that's both.
They want
that's
food.
Two ends of the spectrum. You just want breakfast and dinner. Dude.
Yeah, dude. They just want something to eat. That's my point.
Well,
anything.
The man who's speaking into my left is Brian. Brian, what's your favorite unit?
It's not mutilators.
Damn it!
It's gotta be berserkers.
Okay, berserkers.
It's gotta be berserkers, guys.
Why berserkers?
Because they're the first thing I ever bought.
That's Valiant. I'll give it to you.
And I love their fluff, and there's no thinking involved. It's
just get them.
Swing your axe and then die. That sounds good.
Next on the line, we got Josh.
What's up? What's
Hi,
my favorite unit?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, what's your favorite unit?
Your boyfriend's dick? What? High five, bro!
That was...
That's my dick, by the way.
That's why I got so excited, and then I got really grossed out because I touched it.
You touched my hand. Like,
oh, that was your hand?
Yeah, wait, what? Okay, no,
so Josh, what's your favorite
the
unit?
wyverns?
I used to love wyverns.
I used to.
Yeah.
But
Horses.
now it's gotta be the Scout Sentinels.
Scout
Sentinels? Oh!
Because you're
Why
afraid
is
of
it?
chaos, right?
Flipping the
It's
script.
game breaking.
Why?
Scout
Why?
9 inches before the game even begins. You just push back all the deep strike. You can't deep strike on half the table.
They
That's
legitimately
pretty epic.
are nasty
And they look
just for
fucking
that.
cool.
That's epic. Well, they look like little AT-ATs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ATS.
And they got
the
little
STSs? I'm sorry. I always get those two. The AT-ATs and the
Yeah,
AT-ATs.
that's the big ones, bro.
I love the bush trimmers on them, too.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have that.
Is that
Scout
normal, or
ad?
is that
No, yeah, you have to pay for that upgrade.
the chainsaw thing?
Yeah, and it's fucking garbage.
Then we got Oliver, correct?
Yes.
Oliver, this is actually Oliver's first time on Shop. Thanks for joining us, Oliver. We're going to pop your cherry tonight. Ooh. What's your favorite unit?
All mutilators aside, my favorite unit is probably, does Abaddon count as a unit or no?
Sure.
Sure, why
Right?
not?
I mean,
Why
he's a
wouldn't
unit.
it?
He's my favorite. He's
Or
been my
just-
favorite since 5th edition, and that's what I'm trying to roll with now.
Why him, though? Like, what makes him so awesome?
So in 8th edition, I mean, he lets you reroll everything. He gives Chaos 2 extra command points. He gives Chaos things that nothing else in Chaos gives you.
That's pretty cool.
So I mean, that's kind of why I go with him.
He's the war master.
I think that tonight's actually, it's feeling a little bit fruity. We got another actual cherry pop in here. What we got here? Who's it? Who is this? Lucas? Who's joining us? The infamous Lucas.
He's never been on.
Oh, he's never been on here. Like he has literally been one of the driving forces of this show since we started it.
And he doesn't even know it.
And he doesn't even know. Like, we used to have an award called the Biggest Piece of Shickle Award. And it always went to him. Like, it was because he's the shicks.
He's pure shickle.
The pure shicks. What's your favorite unit, Lucas?
I really love Nurglings.
Fuck you.
I think that they are just the strategic abilities that they allow a Chaos Army to have, like just board denial, the fact that 90% of the time you're getting a first turn charge is pretty awesome. And I think, they're just, for the points, they're really good.
They don't fucking die.
That's
the
they're
problem.
pretty awesome.
And if you could roll a 5.
They come in like 4s, don't they? Like, it might
4
be
wounds
threes,
apiece.
threes.
But 3.
No, they have 4
3
wounds
unit,
apiece.
4 wounds.
You can get
sakes.
the small squad is 3.
Yeah, that's nuts. But yeah, they're an awesome unit. All of which are awesome units. I'm Mike J Sersich. I'm actually the host of this here program.
You did that wrong. You're supposed to say that first.
You know what? I feel
Mike.
like you
Fuck
guys
you, Mike. It's
deserve
too late.
more.
It's too
like,
late.
You guys are like most of you guys are my audience. Is what I'm gonna be honest. Like most of you guys
I
are my
listen
fucking.
to 'em.
I'm gonna say most of you guys are my fucking audience. So like I thank you for actually even participating, let alone anything. I'm just here. My favorite unit, and everyone mocks me for it, is the Assault Centurions.
Oh my god, dude! You might as well bring mutilators, man.
Just bring
I
them.
do like the Assault Centurions. I think they're cool.
I think they're badass. Like they have so many different levels to them. Like
They're
they can take out-
nasty, but like honestly, dude, they're just gonna get shot.
If you can get them into combat,
Oh,
you're looking at a good
I'm gonna start
unit,
drop
but-
podding those motherfuckers, and people are gonna be like, "What?
What is he doing?
What is he doing? Isn't he insane?"
First turn charge.
Dude, first
Assault
turn charge.
Centurions.
That's all you need.
I
for
would
a
drop
thing.
pot him. Why not?
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, welcome to the shop. If you are listening to this, you've probably heard other stuff. If you haven't, thank you for joining us.
Don't listen to the rest. They're terrible.
You can listen like the last.
This is the best one. so
This is
far.
probably the best
It's
one.
already the best one.
This is gonna be better than all the other ones. It's a
Dude,
given.
it's the best one.
The best one. Oh, I felt good actually. Had to get that out. This might just be the best one. This is the 11th episode.
We said it. Now it has to be.
We
Now
gotta
the
get-
pressure's
we gotta-
on.
So, actually, the first thing we're going to talk about is the word on the street and the new gossip on the aspect of the game. I'm talking about the command. Was it?
I don't know. We don't know.
Chapter approved.
Chapter approved. Woo! This is hosting the shit out of this thing.
How many people here are not gonna buy that thing?
None of us. I'm not.
Right.
I don't know.
How many-
I
There's
already
a
know
lot
what
of stuff
costs.
in
What
there
does
that
it
I
matter?
do.
No, I know. I'm gonna wait for the shop copy, and I'm gonna take pictures of
Oh,
it.
my
I'll
God.
send them to you if you want.
Honestly,
No, okay, no. I'll wait for my buddy to buy a copy. And
at
Then
35,
I will just
yeah,
steal
I'll
from
steal
them.
that one.
at $35, I think that it's a worthwhile. I mean, let's face it.
That's because you have a job, dude.
We throw a lot of money away at this game.
Yeah,
It's like buying a rule book.
It is
Right.
like buying a
but
rulebook.
I mean, really,
Plus,
the
they're gonna come out with
Demon
another one
Codex
later.
is coming out in January,
But
so you might as well
orcs-
wait for that. Oh yeah, your orc
Orcs
shit.
and like
you
it
really want the
adjusted.
Tau.
The town.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
It adjusted a lot of point values for various chaos things, which
yeah.
like
Did it honestly do Tau too?
yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty
everything
much
that doesn't have a codex
God,
or
I-
Yeah,
I would
and
think
and things that aren't going to get codexes relatively soon.
So you
Yeah,
actually
so
have something
it
to
makes
build
sense
on
for
instead
some
of-
people.
Well,
yeah.
especially since
gave
you have
some-
so many options with some of these factions, like demons. You get a ton now because they have their own book. Like,
They're
Not
gonna,
yet.
Well,
they're gonna get
They're
there.
gonna get a book in January.
well, was it demons then? Or it was chaos.
Chaos got a book.
Chaos
got a book.
But they get you get a lot of things from it. Like just being an Ultramarine player myself, I see all these options that I can actually bring. Plus, if you ever bring like guard, you get like how many more options. Like I had a thing where I roll a 5 whenever I use a command point, I get it back. I take a guard unit, give them a thing, they get a relic, and you use a command point, I roll a 5, I get it back. Just making command points come out of nowhere.
The last game we played, you had 2 command points for like 2-3 turns. and
But
you
that
kept-
wasn't even with the other relic.
Yeah,
That was
was
just the
just a
ultimate.
yeah, right.
I think the big thing about the chapter approved is like some of the armies that don't have stratagems or artifacts. Like orcs got a pretty cool artifact, and they got a few stratagems.
Yeah.
Things they add that dynamic that the armies that don't have a codex yet, they now get it
Right.
before even getting a codex, and it's also, these things are going to be in the codex. They're not going to take that artifact away from you.
Yeah.
So it allows you to kind of get a jump start on the codex. I think that's pretty big.
I think it also is equaling out the game more by bringing up and down the point cost for stuff and being like, well, really, we shouldn't be giving this unit for that much because people are just overusing it.
Well, how many units are being overused in the big national
A
tournament?
ton, like that's
So, like the big Earthshaker
You don't think so?
Forge World things, right? Those were overused.
Not really.
Charybdis.
The Forge World batteries for Basilisk aren't really used that much.
Well,
But the Charybdis isn't really.
Charybdis. Well, I mean, it was
Guy who took
increased
Michigan
in
had
points
it.
by 75.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. The
I
guy
mean,
who took
like
I'm saying
they
they're
did-
out there, but they're just not being spammed like other things are.
Well,
like really, it's Magnus and fucking
Mortaria and
Giant
Mortaria
Chaos
and-
Spawn, I think, are. I mean, obviously they had to have been
But
pretty well used.
GW didn't increase points on a lot of things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So like the things that they did increase points on, they obviously targeted.
yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying, like, it makes sense that they targeted like the Charybdis at 300 points is probably too many.
It's
Or
and,
two-
and,
two-
well,
two-
they
two-
even raised like Gilman.
He needed to go up.
He
You know
was.
what I mean?
He's
Like,
in every
it-
Space Marine list.
Yeah.
He was in most
And-
Imperial lists.
And that's just like the thing that you're starting to see. But like, how often we're seeing these changes come? They're coming relatively quickly in this like edition,
Yeah.
and they're like pouncing on these things and making the reaction, doing what they have to do to try to fix the game. But like, I personally think it's awesome that they're doing it. But like, even if they're coming up with all these rules, they should still be like, in like 12 months, we're going to release this. We haven't made, but people still have to get used to the game itself. Like, because like you can't just go to a store. I was saying this in the last episode. You can't just go to the store, pick up a rule book, pick up a codex, and play on a legal tournament level.
Yeah.
I think even
Right.
some of the people who have been playing, like I can speak for myself, and I believe Brian, a couple of the veterans who have been playing for a long time, were not necessarily able to be students of the game right now, but so we're learning a new game here.
Yeah,
It's a very different game,
It is,
and
and it's
it's been
weird.
difficult. There's a lot of new rules, and
I think
I think I adjusted.
I think
a little.
I think we're all adjusting the change like slightly differently. Like honestly, like I've had like a slippery slope. When I first started playing 8th, I was killing it. I was like, this is awesome. I got this. And that was before the Space Marine Codex came out. And then the Space Marine Codex came out, and everyone's like, change your tactics. And I was like, but these ones are working. And then they stopped working because I don't want to change and stuff. Oh, I'm guilty of it just like everyone
with
else.
every codex, that's going to change.
Yeah.
If you look at the tournament scene right now, the top armies at tournaments are the ones with codexes. You're not seeing. Occasionally, you'll see like an orc creep its way up there, but you're not seeing the orcs, the demons, things like that in the top. There's still there's certain like demons are always going to be a powerful codex. So even with just the index, they are in the top half, but you're not seeing them in the top 10%.
No.
Because just like Tau. I mean, gosh, do we remember when
When
50%
Tau
of our
something-
games were
Yeah.
Tau?
Oh my god.
And it was just
As non-Tau players, 50%.
I actually just played Josh as a Tau. He played Tau against my Space Marines. I'm like, this is my. I think that this is a pretty good list. I think I got this. And all of a sudden he's just like,
You have a tower?
Pew, pew, pew.
Why? Why do you have a tower on you, Josh?
Oh, it was.
It's
It's like half Dion's, half his.
Right.
In a kind of way, a little bit more Josh's than Dion's.
Yeah, like Josh owns
But
it.
it's just because, like, what is it? Possessions. What is that? Possessions.
This is
9/10
9 cents.
law.
But Josh has the army too.
He
so,
actually
I mean,
owns
yeah,
it
yeah.
now because he owns it by having it. Sorry, Dion.
Yeah, but
He's got it.
it's nice. It's solid.
What do you guys see as the next big thing that they're going to drop out? I know they have like what's the next codex after this one? Like
Demons.
Blood
Demons
Angels.
are right
Blood,
now.
no,
Blood
yeah,
Angels.
Blood Angels and
I don't
Dark
see Blood
Angels.
Angels being a big thing.
Oh, I'm hearing a whole bunch of clatter. What do we got? We got how many
Not
books coming
everybody
out?
at the same
There's
time.
there's several books coming out.
Several books.
But Blood Angels is going to be very good because every time they assault, they leaked it. They're going to wound on one better. It's essentially like
Giving it
Veterans of the Long War on every unit that assaults.
The
Right.
problem is, the reason why I say it's not going to be a big splash is because the amount of people who actually play it.
Yeah.
You're going to see the old school guys that have had Blood Angels sitting on the shelf collecting dust.
Yeah.
They're going to break it out, but nobody's going to go and buy a Blood
don't think
Angels
so?
army because
I don't know, man.
I think we could see a bunch of
I see all these
white
renegade-
scars. We could see white scars.
They're like the
played
renegades
as Blood Angels.
of the Space Marines. In my mind, I always see
Black
this, like,
Templar played
yeah, like,
played as Blood Angels
just-
until they get a book. Like,
Yeah.
you could see.
Yeah,
why
that's
not
true.
either? Like like a lot of Clean Mike, who I played in a previous game, used like a Blood Angel thing too, and it really worked out for him very well. And that's even before they got like a codex.
It's not as good as his Grey Knights, though.
Oh, his Grey Knights, he killed me,
Dude, fuck Grey Knights. You know, they seem like the most mediocre. Like, you just think, oh yeah, bolt guns, okay. But there's so many shots.
it's not even the
Whatever.
shots.
I can't complain. I use Centurions. They all have Hurricane Bolters.
Yeah, but you
A
use
shit
you
ton of
use
shots.
Assault Centurions too, which is a waste of points.
The
So.
game is about multiple damage, and Grey Knights do it best.
Yeah.
Almost every one of their guns or weapons
Is D3.
does
Dude,
D3
so much,
damage.
yeah.
I hate to say this because I have Grey Knights.
I don't.
I do.
I
No,
don't-
I do. I have Grey Knights. Out
don't
of all the
think Grey
codex,
Knights are bad.
out of all the codexes that have been released, what I've heard is that Grey Knights are the worst codex.
Yeah.
And why I say that is that all of they have limited units, like, and all their units essentially pump out a bunch of strength 4.
And that's it. Yeah.
And so the way you play them competitively, because everything in the game can be competitive.
Yeah.
You
Right,
have
right,
to
right.
ally them with other Imperial things, whether it's guard
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, the Grey Knights aren't great against other top tier armies, but like
I think that the
Dude.
Grey Knights have the ability to pick up almost any game and have a 70-something% chance of coming out victorious. And the only reason why I say that is because of the amount of ability, the amount of shots that they can put out, the psychic powers, plus with their like charging and all that stuff, all their like close range attacks. It's pretty strong.
It's
Like,
like
the
-2 or -3.
Falchions,
HP,
or
and
is it the
fucking-
They're
Falchions?
tough too.
They're nasty.
But
They're
tough.
so if Grey Knights played guard and they
You
destruct,
can't-
they,
you can't
and, but if they destruct half their units and all of their units shot at the guard tanks and all of them got their 9-inch assaults off, they'd still probably lose to guard.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
if
just-
anyone
I'm-
would
halfway across
lose
the
the
table.
guard.
I'm just saying though, like that, like
In the
that,
long
that
run.
that's like
Guard is the most like it's fucking powerful. If you play it correctly, you got fucking power. There's no getting around it, man. Like that's just how guard's gonna be. Because that's kind of how the military is seen in what I like to call. I have a good friend named Lori. She talks about the lore sometimes of this place, but Lori always talks to me, and I say, "They're so awesome. Why even bother?"
What are you talking about?
I have
Lori
no idea.
Myers, is that what you're talking about?
Huh? Lori's my lore master. I just got
I
lost
thought
in
you were.
Lori.
Oh,
She put
I would argue with you. You're saying it's all about the random or the multiple damage. I would say the game is more about mass shots, and that's where Grey Knights do it well with the multiple shots at strength 4.
So they have both though, because they have their storm
Yeah.
bolters, which put out a ton of shots, and then when they get in combat with you,
dude.
now I think I'm a little biased because most of my models are multi-wound,
Yeah.
and against multi-wound is where the
They
multiple damage
especially
really
against
hurts
demons
you.
because they're re-rolling
And
damage.
yes, and as a
Dude,
demon player, I am especially biased against Grey
not
Knights.
Sand Grey Knights.
I can say this: a demon army having its best game, and that being Nurgle demons, which are the toughest, having the multiple saves, being Feel No Pain and Invuls. My best game against Grey Knights, I barely drew them, and I was rolling hot. I was having a very good dice game, and I still barely drew him.
Yeah, it's too many shots with a 5-up. Even the 5-up, 5-up, it's still the amount of shots from every unit. Deep striking units, shunting to objectives when you need them. Like, that's one of the biggest things that they can do that, like multiple times, Mike has won games where it's just, well, I need this objective, so I'll just move my guys there, and that's it.
It's pretty big,
Yeah.
especially if you're going second, which they can do
Yeah,
pretty
and
well.
they're put most of their shit in deep strike.
I think the main thing is that in 8th edition right now, if you can build an army that can go second, you're going to be successful because so many armies right now are purely based on
first
going
strike
first.
yeah.
Just like, against guard.
Yeah.
Your best shot at beating guard is to go first.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
This is the first edition where I felt like, regardless of mission, going first, and regardless of army, almost always makes sense.
Absolutely.
Even with the ITC missions, who gear the last the last game turn, last player turn stuff towards going second, it's still much better to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, I play an army that is supposed to go second, and I still want to go first.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, if you don't go first, you're not winning.
Which
That's true.
Yeah, Josh, you're like a guard player, so you like over.
Just should not have any opinion.
Well, you do have a opinion. I'm just saying, like it just like you can last second turn. You said yourself, like you build your armies for second turn, like
Everyone
attacks.
should.
And
Everyone should.
that's how you should run them.
I
You
think
guys playing with lists over here?
Yeah.
We'll make
But-
a list.
Yeah,
I
but-
think the only
What about
thing even close to being on the same level as guard in that aspect is chaos, with their ability to easily take a brigade like guard, where for troops you can take 60 cultists for minimal, was it 240 points
Yep.
for
Cultists are
6
just
troops
crazy.
units, and there are not a lot of armies out there that can take out 60 cultists, and that's
There's about
That's
3 in the game that can do it. I would say Guard can,
I don't
Eldar can, and certain Space Marine armies can.
I really don't think they can.
Other than that, if you deploy correctly, there isn't that much that can take.
I mean,
those
all you
guys
have to
out.
do is have one cultist left, and all of a sudden you can bring in all, because most of that can be your reserves. So, because those 6 units allow you to have 6 reserves units, and those 6 units that are coming in are just going to bring the pain. I mean, you're talking obliterators, you're talking mutilators, terminators.
Terminators, yeah.
I mean,
that shit.
I think the theme with chaos is the aiders.
A lot of haters, yeah.
The aiders.
So,
Sounds like a
One-
Uprish.
one more
I'm from
thing-
the UP. That sounds like
Oh,
it's
fuck all the haters.
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 Oh,
one
watch the
more
Eaters. They're
one
pretty
more thing with
crazy.
8th edition that is very different than other editions. For the most part, singular characters cannot roll an army.
No.
And so that's what I've noticed as a chaos player, and that's why I like Abaddon so much. Is he is one guy that he can dominate an entire area of the board because most things can't deal with him in close combat.
Yeah.
But I can't make a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor with like a Chain Fist and a Lightning Claw that can do 75% of what Abaddon does. But you can't do
Yeah.
it. And that goes the same thing with Space Marines. And most armies, you cannot do that, and that's like a big change.
It is. Like, actually, I try not to use like the big characters anymore.
You
And
mean
I
you don't have
find that's-
Rubute, that's what you mean by that, right?
Yeah. I can use Battle Scribe. Battle Scribe, please try to endorse us. That'd be awesome. Just give me a bunch of. I just said I want.
Give us a bunch of
I just
free
want the
lists.
app. I just want the app for free. That's all I
give
want.
me $4 a month.
Just one app for free.
The
It's like, what
app
is it, like-
without ads.
It's like $1, isn't it? It's like $2.
Or
I think
how
it's
about
actually cheap?
those of us who bought the premium?
Old one,
And
yeah.
you
We
have
can have it back, because I bought it like 2 months before they changed
Changed
it.
to the
And
second
that
version.
upset me a little bit, but I still do use it. It's a
Battle Scribe's
lifesaver. I don't recommend
It's
it.
not-
Like,
it's not much
hold on,
better
hold on.
when you're
This,
taking
this
shit.
isn't ad time here. Like they're not paying us for this shit. Let's hold the fuck off. And I'm going to send them a clip of this with this explanation. Hey, I'm talking to you.
We got
I
5
emailed you.
listeners.
I emailed you.
One of those listeners goes for free. Get all of us.
Just get me in there. Because I actually have 2 things I want to do it for, and you guys know. We got Dream List coming up at the end of this show, which
shit.
it should be fun to play this fine day. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with our next edition, I should say, of Byho, because we got two HQs that have come down to throw down in this hometown. Nice hands up. We'll be right back. Well, welcome to the shop. We're actually here with Tyler. He's running a tournament coming up here in December
9th.
December 9th. So, December 9th, where's this going to be, Tyler?
This is at Planet Chaos. It's a single detachment 8th edition tournament, matched play. Basically, I've created a system where it's a battalion, but you have you're limited to just a battalion, but you're awarded additional command points for each elite, fast, and heavy slot that you take in addition to what you're supposed to. So if you max the whole chart out, it'll give you about as many command points as a brigade.
Hey.
So it should, again, I'm trying to reduce the sheer number of detachments and spam and what people are able to do. And also it makes people more prone to playing a mono build codex, kind of like back in 5th and 4th edition.
Yeah, instead of doing the soup kind of thing that people are doing all the time.
Or not. I mean, you can still do soup, but if you do soup, you cannot gain access to your codex's stratagems.
Yeah, which I don't know why they can in the first place. It seems so
right.
overpowered at points.
Right. And so so obviously if you want to use stratagems at this tournament, you have to have a mono build army.
Yeah.
You can still do whatever you want to do within that battalion, but you're gonna be playing with a hand behind your back. So again, it's just another format. I think 8th edition's gone on far enough where we can start experimenting with different formats and different ideas. Just because GW says 3 detachments and this and the other thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what we have to take as the gospel. I don't think we've ever played an edition of 40K where we played it right out of the box.
Yeah,
basically.
You have to have the editions. You have to know what's going to happen next. Like with think of like formations and the last edition, stuff like that. The stratagems. This guy's really enjoying themselves over there.
It's the last couple turns.
Yeah. But the stratagems feel like the new formations where like and they keep on getting updated. It updates the entire play of the game.
Yeah, and it's not. I mean, for me, it's not necessarily stratagems that's one of the biggest issues in 40K. And one of them actually just recently got solved when you're going to talk about the chapter approved things. Forge World was just completely undercosted. They fixed that. The only other issue I have is that the abundance of slots makes it so players don't really have a lot of hard decisions to make. If elite slots or fast slots or heavy slots or whatever were limited, people would have to make different decisions in list building. It shouldn't just be easy. If I take another HQ, I have X number of elites left for me to take, as long as I have 3 detachments. And that's one of the biggest problems. That's how we get some of the guard and some of the cultist problems. And,
just spamming stuff up and
just the abundance of slots. Really. But if it's like, I mean, when you sit down with your codex and you're like, man, I would really like to get, I'd really like to sneak a whirlwind or something with indirect fire in there, but I'm already using devs and these other things, like I have to make decisions. And that's really what this is about. I did add in an option for this battalion where you can take a -1 command point and you can add a floating slot. That's how you get a Lord of War or
kind of
fortification.
Like an auxiliary slot.
Yep, exactly like an auxiliary, but it's all still part of the same detachment. So, but that's how you get your Lord of War in there. Because I know there's some folks who still want to use Gilliman or still want to use whatever, and that's still an option.
Yeah.
I'm really not in the business of like preventing people from playing the army that they want to play. I'm not a really big fan of that.
It's more setting up a challenge to try to make people make themselves better at the game by not just taking the big stuff, not just spamming things.
I call it stock car racing for 40K. Everybody's got the same build restrictions.
And they just keep on using that little thing, just trying to get that racer to go a little bit faster.
Well, and that's true. It's true. And it's so just trying to like work that battalion to what exactly you want it to be. But I think it should work out, and I think people will be generally pleased with it. I always get some push.
So what it is on December 9th.
Yep.
What time should we be here?
I believe it's set for 9:30.
For 9:30? Is there a way to pay before?
Yeah, yes. If you are interested in securing your spot, and I do feel like we're going to reach our 20-person.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think from who I've talked to. But if you're interested in securing a spot, I think you should call Carla at Planet Chaos, and you could pay via PayPal. But make sure you confirm with her. But that's just to guarantee yourself a spot. Last time we had an event, folks, unfortunately, we had to turn two people. Yep. Yeah. And so we have the interest. So.
And we're gonna Shops Closed is actually gonna be there like almost the entire tournament. We're gonna be talking to everyone. So if you're interested in getting interviewed about turns or whatever you want to do, like if you want to talk about your battle, talk some mad smack about someone over the internet, I guess that's what the internet's for. But honestly, it sounds like it's a challenge to try to bring something that isn't so orthodoxly like
internet. Well, I mean, honestly, like I just think since everybody's bound by the same restrictions, I always get pushbacks when I try and implement some sort of restriction. But ultimately, everybody's bound by the same rules. Yeah. And so, like, people always point fingers like, oh, Guard can get away with this, and Chaos can do this. But they're still limited in some way that maybe you're not seeing. And so, I think it's going to be good. I think people are going to like it. I'm excited to see how it works out.
Is there a way that, other than just coming into Planet Chaos to get this checked out, or they can go anywhere, like on Facebook? It's on Planet Chaos Facebook page?
Yep. If you go to Planet Chaos or whatever it's called, Planet Chaos 40K community or something like that.
It's one of the places that we dwell.
Yep, and there's the event up there. I've shared it to a couple other groups, Madison 40K and
or you can just
Lacrosse 40K.
Be friends with us and we'll share it and we'll make sure that you can see what's going on. So
yep, absolutely.
It sounds like fun. I'm actually pumped to go to that.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get an odd number so I can be ringer.
I'm a little sad that I don't get to play, but at the same time, I think that this has to have full coverage instead of just the semi-coverage from the last one.
Yeah, no, and I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to you guys between rounds, and I'm excited to talk about what's going to happen here, what changes we could see. Chapter approve is in effect, too. I'm a big proponent of not delaying the inevitable. If it's out, we're going to use it. And I think it helps more players than hurts more players, so I don't think I'm going to
because they learn the rules, and they learn it quick because you're like, no way, and then like, no, really, read the book.
Well, just so many forces got points reductions, and I just feel like if I don't allow it, I'm actually taxing certain choices. So, but it should be a good time. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to have a drink and talk to Mike. So.
Yeah, there we go. But so make sure you join us on December 9th. It's at Planet Chaos. Follow us on Facebook. We'll keep you in the know-how. Thank you, Tyler, for coming in here and talking about that. I hope to have you on again soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
Welcome back to Shops Closed. This is Mike Sersich. I'm with Tim on the phone. He is the man for the what tournament was it? The Good, the Bad, the Ugly?
Yes, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Awesome.
February 17th.
February 17th, you said?
Yep, February 17th.
February 17th.
And it'll be held at Veterans of Foreign War outpost in New Berlin, Wisconsin.
Oh, how much does it cost to get in there?
We are doing $40.
$40?
Yep.
What kind of how many people are you expecting to come into this?
This will be our 10th year, and we've averaged around 58 to 60.
Ooh, this is singles too? It's not teams, right?
It is a team-based event, but you play as one of the factions. So the factions are broken down into three: the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is all the Imperial players. The bad is Chaos, Necrons, and Tyranids, because none of those guys really care about anybody else. And then the ugly is all the the orcs, the Eldar, anything that's not a human, basically.
Anything that doesn't look like everyone else.
Right. The idea is that you'll never play, like a good player will never play another good player in the tournament.
What?
You only play the other two.
You're only gonna play. You're gonna play the worst two people if you're the best. Is that what you're saying?
Well, so you'll play. Yeah, if you're the best good player at the time, you'll be paired up with one of the better, either ugly or best players at the time. So you'll never play another faction specific. You'll never play another guy on the same team.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. It kind of spreads it out a little bit.
Yeah, the original thing was I started this when my son was young and in high school, actually in middle school, and I had started a club for him and his friends and some people at the high school. And the idea was to create an environment that they could experience the tournament scene without having to be that top tier tournament player to have a chance.
Yeah, well, it is hardback. I actually, the last two tournaments I played in, I scored very last, like both tournaments. I know how hard it is to score, get points and get up there, because if you get to a certain tier in the tournament, you feel like you're just going to get crushed.
Right. So the idea was I wanted the players to have a chance, like, it doesn't matter if you lose all three, because at the end of the day, we give prizes out to 27 typically places, which is 27 boxes with trophies and plaques. So we have the main seven. We have painting, we have sportsmen, we have the best player from each of the factions, and we have the overall best player. And then we also give out one to the guy that lost every game but play them all. And then we get, on top of that, then whatever the winning team is, if there's 20 people on that team, they all get a prize and a trophy. Even if they lost every game they played, they just happen to contribute to that winning team.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
Like, you don't even have to be like one of the top players to even like qualify for like a prize. That's pretty awesome, man. Like it's spreading the love. Because honestly, what makes you keep on wanting to play instead of just being like, I go to all these tournaments, I put this money in, and I never get anything back.
Exactly, and I didn't want people to have that experience, especially younger players, because the tournament circuit is so cool to see those people that have been doing it for a while and bring the super cool looking armies. And, you know, we do like to have painted armies, and they require at least 3 paints minimum. So we want to encourage that. But, you know, you get the younger people out of that club we originally started. I still have probably 6 or 7 guys that are still playing today, and they're, you know, out of college and making money and buying stuff. I was just playing with a couple of them today. So,
man, like, and
that's fun.
The thing is that it's not getting any cheaper to play the game either. So
no.
It's good to be able to find people that you can play with. It's good to find a place that you can actually afford to buy stuff from, and like win prizes through things like this, and just having the help of a community instead of just pretty much floating around hoping that you're going to pay for the biggest army kind of thing.
Right. You know, because when we started, no one had anything. I had all of it, and that's how we started, because I was like, hey, just come. I got whatever you want to play, and decide if you like it or not before you actually buy it.
Yeah,
you know, you don't want to spend $30 on a thing. At the time, I was a store owner as well, so I did have the opportunity to offer to the group a little bit of discount, so they didn't have to always, you know, pay the full price. Because I was like, you know, you're teenage kids, you're not made of money.
Yeah, and like I probably wouldn't be a Space Marine player if I had someone like that that I played with, that'd just be like, here, try anything else. Just like they're awesome, but just try something else, maybe.
Yep. So, you know, and everybody's like, well, I want to be a guard player. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
that's a lot of models.
It'll work for a while, and then you got to realize how much modeling you got to do, and how many models you need, and how expensive those models are. Because like the thing is just huge. There's huge. I think was it 12 in each box for like just the standard Acadian troops.
Yeah, I've been playing a long time, so I'm back from the day when you used to get 30 Marines in a box for $30.
Yeah, I think it's 10 now, and they're about $30, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
So like, it's good to have people to actually play with that are able to let you use armies or proxy stuff, especially. But so your tournament is going to be in February. is there any way that you can like pre-register for a spot? Like
yeah, we're gonna. The website will go live next week. We were just finishing up details today. Actually, we had a meeting with some artwork and stuff.
Well, this
And
will
you can register.
this will be
Everything is
posted within like 2 days, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be probably next week. We will post the website.
Cool.
So I'll, I can send a link to you.
Please,
So you
if you do, I will post it on Shops Closed Facebook page and the Twitter and all that good stuff. Get the word out for you guys.
Yeah, we are going to ITC event as well. We will be awarding ITC points.
You'll be awarding ITC points, you said? You
Yeah.
cut out slightly there, sorry.
Yeah, ITC points, talked Frontline Gaming, and we're able to do that with our format and everything. So
Well, that's
we're
good.
excited about that.
That's probably going to bring a lot of our guys in there because a lot of them are trying to get their ITC points in last minute here.
Yeah, so that's a positive.
Yeah.
Now we have room fans, so we're not limited at 60. We're probably limited at about 80. That would be great.
You're limited to 80 people max. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have about an 80-person max.
So let's see here. You want to make a personal? Sorry, I'd like to have a little bit of fun. What do you say we make a personal bet? How many people do you think that you'll? Let's do like Price is Right rules. Can't go over. So at the end of this, we'll talk about we'll catch up after the tournament. But how many people do you think are going to be there?
I would like to have 60. I would love to have 60 people.
60 people? I'm actually gonna. I think I'm gonna be. I think we're gonna get 70 people in there.
Okay.
I think we're gonna try to get 70 people, and like I said, Price is Right rules. If either of us go over, we both lose. But let's just make it a gentleman bet. I'll bet a gentleman.
Because I'd like, if we're gonna do that, I'd like 75 because that's
75.
per team.
Trying to just get up a little bit. You just I see.
Right. You gotta have that even number. I gotta have one good, one bad.
No, we have to have a ringer with us too. Like that's I got a ringer too planned out. I'm kidding.
Right.
But hey, thanks, man. Thanks for taking some time to talk to us. I hope to actually have you on the podcast here soon, so we can get more in depth in talking about here. So is there like a way that these people can get a hold of you if they have to get a hold of you for anything, like any questions or how to get onto this tournament list? Just the website?
Yeah, if they want to, they can email me through the website that will be up. Otherwise, they can email me directly as well.
Okay, I doubt if you don't want to give your email directly, why don't you just message me off mic? I'll post it up on some stuff to.
Okay, I can send that to you.
Okay, thanks Tim for taking some time to talk to us. I hope to talk to you again very soon before this even goes down. So.
All right, sounds great.
All right, man. Hey, you have a great one. Thanks for stopping at Shops Closed. Thank you, Tim, and have a good night. Hey, welcome back to Shops Closed. We're gonna have another edition of what we like to call Boyo. So before we gotta get to one of these, sorry, you gotta really listen to this. It's something that you need to hear. Boyo. Sorry, this next edition of Boyo. We're going to start it off. What do we got here? So starting off, we got Brian versus Oliver. So the newbie. What we got here? Who wants to try to explain their person first? I'd be like, Brian, just get your hands up for some reason. Yeah, like straight to the sky.
Super excited right now.
You look like you're...
I'm so excited right now. Yay! I got Khan. He's going to die. But he's going to look good doing it.
He's going to look good doing it. And Oliver, what do you got again?
I got Abaddon, and he's going to beat the shit out of Khan.
Oh, my goodness. So... To start, this is your first time doing this. We do 2 HQs. It's bring your own HQ. We'll go through the game as we're playing it. They're going to go through all these at least 4 rounds, if that even makes it. That's most of the time it doesn't. But we'll see who's the better HQ out of the 2. And let's start it off. We're going to roll 2 dice, and you guys are 8 inches away.
Oh, that's a bad size.
You guys
Abaddon.
each
8 inches.
So you guys both. Both opponents are sitting on about 8 inches apart. You guys roll 1 dice, and that's going to be your command points.
You got 2.
You got 6 and 2.
6
Oh,
again.
Because it's not going to matter.
It doesn't matter at all. No.
It could.
All right, now you're rolling. See who goes first,
Now
right?
you guys roll
Let's
see
do
who
this.
goes first.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Corn going. We got
All right,
Corn going first.
all right.
Corn going first. This could be the
I
one
will
thing
shoot
he
you
needs.
first.
Oh, goodness.
Wait, I
The
guess I
plasma
should
this, so yeah, move at me.
Yeah, move first.
I'm not going to move. Just keep what you got 8 inches. You can make that charge.
That's a hit.
That's a miss.
And
That's a miss.
so go ahead and Overwatch.
All right, I got 4 shots coming at you.
I think
So
that
I'm
you
hitting on
might make it.
sixes. I re-roll them. I missed.
No 6s.
All right.
It's looking like the big swing around here.
What's Karn's stats?
6 attacks plus 1 for the charge.
6 attacks plus 1 for the charge, so 7 attacks. What's his strength?
Strength 6.
So winning on 3s, toughness 5.
Toughness 5. We got this.
Hitting on
You hit on 2s,
2s.
you do not get to re-roll. It's your Karn.
Yes.
That goes to a friendly guy. Bah.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
That'll be
What we got? 5.
5 minus 4s.
5 minus
yeah,
4s.
you're
What the fuck are
fine.
you
And
using?
how much damage you do? D3?
D3 apiece, yeah.
Oh my goodness. How many wounds do you have?
I have 6. No, I have 7.
You got 7?
I think it's 7. I'll have to double
you
check.
do.
Uh-oh.
One more than the regular.
So you did 1 D3.
D3.
So let's see what it is. So that's actually 1 wound because he has it. So
And now I'm going to take my second
all
shot.
right.
Oh yeah, because he gets 2 attacks.
1 more miss.
And 3s.
Oh.
4 more.
4
4
more.
more wounds. Negative what?
It doesn't matter.
2 more. So 2 D3s.
Okay.
2, 1, 1.
1
2
more.
more.
2 more damage. How many does that bring him down to then? We got
I think he's got 4 left.
Yeah, it's
4 left?
because
Okay,
he has
we got
7
4.
total.
How many you got?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah. So here's my D6 attacks.
D6
Yep.
attacks.
Roll
So we
1.
got-
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Oh, command point.
You
Shit.
forgot about you got 6
Oh,
of
I
them.
got 6.
3. So I'm gonna use 3 attacks.
You gotta use- Sorry.
So I got 6 attacks at my strength 8, and I got 3 attacks using the sword.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's the 6 attacks. Reroll the 1. So I hit all.
Ooh, that's
Strength
pretty
8. What's your
good.
toughness?
4.
Yeah, 2s.
Oh,
So 5
that's
and
5.
minus 3. So you're looking at 5 up invul.
5 up.
4 up in there.
Good.
That's not good. Okay, so
2.
2 go through.
So I got D3 damage. 4.
4.
Yes.
Okay,
4,
now
2,
I rolled a 3, so I got 3
left.
more at strength 5 coming at you. Hit 2, looking for 3s. 1 more.
1 more. Does that bring him down to 1 health?
Minus.
failed that.
Yeah, that would be a fail. He's
D3.
dead.
No.
So fast. He just died.
Should have used your 3 command points and
Oh.
attacked again.
It's still, I had to wait for him to swing.
No.
Yeah,
so
that was-
so the victor had to come out to be Oliver.
Yeah,
Oliver.
I mean, that wasn't fair.
It really wasn't, but it was
Oh.
fun.
You know what? That seemed a
I
little
had
bit more fair than our
fun.
previous one. By the way, if you're ever curious about our previous Boyo, please go and listen to 10. But let's just say it was like one of the world's most one-sided fights I've
He had
ever
a
seen in my
chance.
life.
Dude,
He had a chance.
He did have a chance,
But-
and he failed.
the
Until
first
next time. So I just get really excited about stuff, and I like to celebrate those things. And that's one of the things I like to celebrate. That was Boyo. Thank you for
can
joining
we
us.
ask Josh?
Theodore.
Can we ask Josh one question?
We could ask Josh. You can ask Josh
Ask Josh
anything
many
you want.
questions.
All right, Josh.
He's
How
legally
would you-
obligated to answer
How
it,
would you
too.
build an army to beat guard? What's your best army to beat guard?
Something with hit modifiers and good.
So what? What is it?
Probably Raven Guard.
Ooh.
Raven Guard are like
Raven Guard with scouts heavy.
basic Raven Guard, bias. What are we talking about?
I don't know what Lias does for him other than
He's
he
the
wants to
Raptors.
infiltrate him.
He's better than.
He essentially gives 3 units deep strike,
Ooh.
and he's got a good for free, and he gets all the Raven Guard benefits, and he's got a good
He
gun.
makes it so you would never take Raven Guard. You would only take Raptors.
Which are the same thing.
Yeah, successor chapters.
Do you have to pay any command points for the infiltrate 3?
Nope. Or
Damn.
so you don't get to infiltrate the 3. You get to deep strike 3 for free. Then you can infiltrate things on top of that.
Does it count as moving for the deep strike?
Yeah. So like, but he get it's like 3 free units that can just deep strike essentially.
I'd probably do Raptors.
Infantry.
Raptors and then Gulliman, and then you have the banner with the Ancients. So every time they kill, I would do 3 Devastator squads. That's what you probably infiltrate. And you have Gulliman right behind him. He walks up. You got the banner, so if they kill any Devastators, they shoot. And then you have scouts all over the place. All -1s to hit.
Ba-boom.
Well, only -1 to hit.
Pow.
If they're further than 12, but guards would be further than 12. And you do the scouts before you do the scout placements because that's in the deployment before you do the scout moves for the Sentinels because that's at before the first game turn. So you would shut down.
Oh my goodness, Josh, you have to talk.
What goes first before
Here, I know.
Alpha
I'll
Legion
help.
or Scout? Or Scout?
Space Marine Scouts?
No,
I'll
Alpha
make it
Legion
a
or
lot easier to
Scout
hear.
They go at the same time.
Zero off. So Alpha Legion isn't like an auto. Boy,
Brian.
that's tough.
Stop
I'm
it.
sorry.
Brian, knock it off.
So the key to beat guard here.
Hold on. Brian,
We're
knock,
almost done.
Brian, knock it
Wow.
off. Wow, Brian, you're
that dice
such
right
a
there.
dick. Will you stop rolling dice?
Ooh, look at that. That's nice.
What the fuck, man? Are you done? Are you done?
I don't. You fucking tell me. I'm like, I guess I'm not done.
So for our next segment, just to roll right into it. Sorry, what?
It's gotta go to dice segment. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Josh,
You're gonna
what?
have to do a
How,
lot of
how do you beat guard?
You just said it. Raptors.
Raptors.
Yeah, well,
Raptors.
With the banner with the Ancients.
I couldn't hear you. You know what you
Okay.
sounded
Why?
like?
Did I sound like the Muppets?
So they quiet.
You gotta take the cock out of your mouth.
Yeah, you got.
I'm not used to that.
He's he's really good at explaining things, and you actually have a really nice voice. But every time you do a podcast, you always end up doing one of these. Yeah, this is
And what are the odds that if guard gets to go first, that you
Do you survive?
Not very good.
No.
You got.
I mean, they're still going to do good. What are they going to do? Kill scouts?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because everything that is value, you're going
You're gonna deep strike. Yeah.
Deep strike.
Yeah.
It's basically bolter scouts on the table,
What's the
and
next
then
thing?
everything good in reserve.
Josh is done talking. What's the next thing?
What's up?
You want to read it?
Oh, read it aloud, please.
I don't know how.
I don't know how to read. I forgot about that. Our next segment is what do you like in your soup? The new soup mentality. We've been talking about it since like last episode where we talked about like how like armies are going to be more soupy. So like Josh, what do you think comes into good hearty soup of an army? And please, Josh, please, from the bottom of my heart, I would love to hear you.
Your heart.
I want to hear you.
All right, I'll
Don't.
contribute. The best example of a soup list would be Lucas's list. He's got, 3 different factions in there, taking the best of all of them, especially manipulating the
Why don't you sit down there? You sound amazing.
Yeah?
Just move the chair up. You sound so
But
good.
I'm done.
right
I just
there.
handed it off to Lucas. Now he can
now
tell
it's
us about
done.
his
Now
list.
Lucas, tell me about your meaty.
How did you make your soup, Lucas?
You talking about my demon prince list?
I'm talking about
your
you got your Chaos Demon Prince
Oh
in
my
there. You got your regular demons, and then you got, what else you got in there?
Well,
Renegades?
my big list that I'm running right now, like for 2,000 points, would be I've got Death Guard, running Mortarion, and the demons. The demons are actually out of the Death Guard book. That's just because it's one less book to bring, but they are demons. They don't benefit from anything Death Guard. So I've got the Death Guard with Mortarion, and one of the demon princes I'm running is Death Guard. Then I have the demons, and then I'm running from the Chaos Space Marines. I run that demon prince just because of the ability to use warp time and things like that. Getting the psychic abilities. And then on top of that, I'm also running out of the Forge World book. I'm running the Toads and the Giant Chaos Spawn.
So what do you think really makes a really good soup of an army? What? You don't have to give me specific units.
Just being able to take the strong without the sacrifice, utilizing the actual soup ability of not having to take, you just run a brigade without having to take troops from a certain codex. I don't have to take Chaos Space Marine.
Brian, you just fart. Yeah. Just the.
I don't have to take Chaos Space Marine troops.
Really
I can
brought
just
tears
take
to my eyes.
demon troops. I don't have to take anything from the Death Guard Codex except for Mortarion and the Demon Prince.
Well, that's
Okay.
why.
I'm like your Mortarion.
He just keeps on letting it out. He is gas. He can't help it.
don't you?
What do you say? Say Mortarion?
Oh my god.
It hurts.
That's the nice thing about soup lists, and you hit it right on the head. It's being able to take things without taking things. So, like for guard example, there's good things in the guard, but they don't do really assault or anti-psyker very well.
Yeah.
So the best guard lists have assassins. They have Celestine in there.
They have
Well,
a little bit of everything to make
Well,
it
like-
so it's more rounded.
Your Ultramarines.
Yeah.
You can, or any Imperial army for that matter, you can take that guard, HQ, and relic that allows you to get command points back.
Yeah, I take
Boom.
Scions. That's what
Done.
I do. That's
I mean,
awesome.
Well, and if you look at it too, it's the bigger reason that super lists are so popular is because you can pick and pull, and the best armies right now are Imperium and Chaos because they have so much to pick and choose from.
Yeah, they do.
You look at all the
Largest.
other alien
Yeah.
races, and they're not getting played. The only thing that's getting played is Eldar, and they have 3 books to choose from.
Which is, in my opinion, probably one of the weirdest things ever is how many books the Eldar get before, like, anything else. Like, oh, hold on, Eldar has 3 different things. What? You gave out 1 Chaos book?
2.
Like, technically
there'll be
wasn't...
more.
No, one.
There'll be more.
Yeah, 1 Chaos,
That's
then you're going to have 1
right.
Demon.
Oh, yeah.
But those are different factions. Like, you're putting them together.
There, and honestly,
don't
Death
benefit
Guard
each
and
other.
Chaos, other than the warp time, don't necessarily work well together.
Well, you notice I only
Like, the only
take the
time-
1 unit out of the Chaos book, and
It-
that's the Demon
just for
Prince.
the warp time.
Yeah.
The warp time
It
is
could be a sorcerer. for
incredibly
that matter.
powerful, but it's not. It doesn't work well. It doesn't work that well together. I mean,
If I had a
with
sorcerer
Mortarion.
with a jump
Yeah.
pack, that would be a way better option.
How do you feel like the tournaments are going to be holding us to like a different standard now that there are soup armies? Because isn't the one that Tyler's doing, isn't that a single attachment?
They do limit your
Same
detachments.
with like Adepticon has a single detachment that you can take. Like you can't take multiple detachments with
In the
your
team
single person,
tournament,
right?
in the team.
And the team is what I'm talking about.
Shit my pants if it was a championship.
Sorry, I can't do it. You can only do True Blue, one faction. No.
The only problem I see with the limiting to 1 detachment is that it makes it so bland. You can't, even as like a Death Guard player, I can't take Mortarion.
Yeah, it just doesn't pay off.
He's not really in your book.
Well,
He's in Chaos Space Marine.
but as far as detachments go,
Oh, because he's the Lord of War.
he's a Lord of War, so you can't take, or like Robbie G.
Yep.
You can't take certain units like that because you can't take even the auxiliary choice because it limits you. Now allowing 2, I think, is okay. You can take your standard. I use Nurgle stuff as an example because I understand it.
Because you play Nurgle.
You can take a Death Guard army. I can take all my HQs and stuff like that, and then I can still do the auxiliary and just take that 1. Or I could do a Supreme Command, things like that.
Soup armies are so awesome. I just like the versatility that you can get. It really is. It does feel like a good hearty soup when you have like the perfect combination of people together and being like, I get all these perks and it
It's
tastes
fun.
so yummy.
There's so much flavor
Yeah,
to it. It's
it is.
fun that you can take
That's why I
a
think it's
guard
soup is the
HQ
best way to explain that.
with Robbie G and everything. Yeah, it's very fun.
Our next segment that we're going to get into is Tournament Hunter, the search for battle. I know Josh.
I know Josh too.
You do? Cool.
Yeah,
Hi, Josh. Welcome back.
I'm that guy.
Fucking prick.
Honestly, I just gotta do that real quick. Honestly, I just want to hear what you have a few tournaments that you want to talk about personally because you're like the big in cahoots with all these other guys. So
I mean, I know people.
I know some people.
Yeah. Well, we got one up in Madison on the 16th. You've already talked about the one in Fort Atkinson on the 9th.
I have 2 things that are going to be playing during this very podcast. That's actually going to be talking about Fort Atkinson and
During the 9th? Whatever you say is a lie. Don't believe it.
nothing.
Did it die?
What?
Hi.
I hate you. Go on, Josh, please.
So there's the like we were talking that restricted format tournament on the 9th,
Yeah.
December 9th in Fort Atkinson.
Which we're going to be hosting, or not hosting, we're going to be alongside of them. We
Yep.
plan on doing stuff. I know I mentioned it in the advertisement thing, but we're going to have like a little room or a base of operation that we're going to talk to you guys in between turns and whatnot. If you guys want to talk to us about stuff, we want to hear it. We want other people to hear it. So look for shops closed. It'll probably be me walking around.
And me or Josh.
I might be wearing like a naughty sailor suit. So
then there's the Madison one that's just gonna be regular, straight up ITC. No really restrictions on the 16th. But I don't know where that is in Madison.
You don't know where it is,
no.
But you know about it.
I know it's.
I heard
It's at Misty Mountain.
If you want to,
Misty, okay.
Come on.
So
get out of here.
I got a guy who knows this thing. He's a tournament in Brooklyn. I don't know. What else you got?
So there's going to be a tournament in lacrosse in January. They haven't set the date for that one yet.
They're less than 2,000 points. So.
Yeah, they're going to be doing less than 2,000 points, and they're going to do a battalion detachment. It's going to be super limiting. And then going into February, they're going to have the Good, the Bad, the Ugly in Milwaukee on the 17th. And then they're going to be holding Fire and Ice, which is a more fluffy, fun event in Manitowoc on the 24th, I believe.
That's a lot of fucking tournaments.
Oh,
like so many.
And that's just in the 3 month span.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just like 3 months, and that's all we got for it.
Are you going to do a sound effect? Am I blowing your cover right now?
Who are you?
God damn it. God damn it.
Well, before I start this next thing, actually, I have to...
do something?
No, I don't... Thanks. It's like you can read my... It's like you can read my...
Balls?
Yeah! He knew it. He knew what I was talking about. He's good. He's damn good. Our next segment's actually going to be called Dream List. But before that, actually, I need someone to crunch the numbers for me. Who wants to crunch the numbers? We got 2,000 points. Let's put it on the board. 2,000 points. You got the board right? You got that signed out? Cool. So, a dream list is pretty much just a silly list that we take from different, different themes to it. Like, I think we did, a horror theme before, where you build your list on horror. But I want to get a little bit more involved in this. So, what I'm planning on doing here is talking about, what kind of a detachment are we actually going to go for here? But before I get into that, before all of that is
now
said,
you're gonna play that sound?
Let's all go to the lobby real quick, guys.
Okay.
And let's think about a dream list here. Yeah, dream list in the lobby. Who's ready for this? Oh, that sounds good. Delicious things to eat.
All right.
Anyways, so our theme for this one is actually sports.
Oh, sports
I know,
theme.
and I'm talking about anything sports. So, I think I said, Brian, did I send you those ideas?
I had the ideas.
I thought they were kind of funny. What we have going on here is we have 2,000 points of sports. What are we going to do? We're going to, in the theme of soup, let's say, what kind of 2 detachments are we going to bring here today? What kind do you guys want? Like a spearhead? We got to think of how many elites we want, how many heavies we want. Do we want troops? Do we want? This is football. Think about it, or basketball, or baseball, or hockey, or
Supreme Command.
You got to have your superstars.
Superstars.
So
you got to go with Jordan. That's one.
Supreme Command.
Oh, we need points here.
Hold on. See, because I was thinking, you guys remember a TV show from way back then? It was a cartoon. You guys might not, because you're a little bit younger than I. But it had Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky, and they were like superheroes. No one remembers this shit.
Yeah, you just named it right there.
Is that
That's
what
the 3 HQs?
But that's what I was thinking for the Supreme Command. I think those 3 should just go right in there, and they're a super team.
I mean, you can't leave out Tom Brady.
Tom Brady will have his own goddamn detachment.
He's a Lord of War. He's Rabute.
Yeah.
He's the Lord of War auxiliary choice.
Let's look at Supreme Detachment then, because that's what we were talking about, right?
Yeah. So 3 HQs.
3 HQs.
The Lord of War.
No, that's the 3 Lord of Wars, isn't it?
Nobody knows.
No, Supreme Command is
it's
minimum of 3 HQs, and you can have a Lord of War.
Yeah, so then you take the Lord of War there.
So the Lord of War would be Tom Brady, you think?
Tom Brady is a Lord
I don't
of
know.
War.
And my
He's
vote
Lord of all
my
football.
vote for elite is that
I'm thinking in all sports history, there can't be another. It doesn't even have to be football. It could be anything.
Tiger Woods.
I'm gonna say. Wait.
Tiger Woods
He's
pre-prostitution.
making a comeback. No, he's making a comeback, guys. He's making a comeback.
I was gonna say something about that one guy, lady thing.
No, we're not. We're just going to leave
But
that
I'm
out.
gonna leave that out of this, I guess.
We're going to keep this non-political.
You just keep your opinions to yourself on that one. They keep on telling me no means no, Mike.
Finish that for me, would you? All right,
I would like
see
to-
you guys later. I got to run.
Well,
Take it
thanks for
easy.
staying, Oliver.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for
having
having
me.
to
Really
be on
nice.
here for a little bit.
I'm really glad Josh told me all the holes in my Chaos Army and how
tell
they
you,
suck
holes.
first guard. I love that.
What's
You know,
the key line here, quick, Mike?
Shut the switch to guard.
We'll see you guys later.
See, Oliver, thank you for stopping in here.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the spring command. We got to get some good points to ball. Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and Wayne Gretzky.
And then,
So who do we got here? We got Michael Jordan.
We can go up to 6 on that, by the way.
We got six HQs.
Is it 5 or 6?
Let's go with 5. We'll be
Let's
safe.
go 5. Oh my goodness, Supreme's here. Okay, so we got Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, how many points do you think he'd be?
Are we basing this upon like a 2,000 point army?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I think he'd got to. Michael Jordan,
gotta be
he's
like
got to be like.
275, right?
I was gonna go 250.
250. We'll say
He's
250
older.
for him.
50, yeah.
250. Okay, then we got Bo Jackson, which actually I think Bo Jackson should be cost more than Michael Jordan. The reason why is because he played in 2 sports. Now I know Michael Jordan played in 2 sports, but Bo Jackson played in 2 sports well.
It was really well.
Like he wasn't just like this is a gimmick. He did the 2 sports. He did them awesomely.
I think,
do you know who Bo
yeah.
Jackson is?
I think that's
Is he
fair.
black?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Bo Jackson's going to be
That adds
Oh, then I
15
know
points.
who you're talking about. Exactly.
So
okay.
like 275. Let's say 275. We'll add 25 points.
With the black tag?
I like that. I
With the
think
black
that's
tag?
Black tags, that's black tags for you. Jesus Christ. No wonder why Deontay left us. Anyways, so then we got Wayne Gretzky, which I think shouldn't cost
He
as
sounds
much.
white.
I think like 200 points.
Say $150.
$150? We'll
he's
do
white.
$150. Wayne Gretzky. All those hosers. And then you want to do Tom Brady as a fourth?
Oh, fuck Tom Brady.
Tom
Really?
Brady. Tom Brady's Lord of War.
Oh my god.
385.
So Tom Brady's
Oh,
Lord of
Mike
War.
Gulliman?
No, I would say he's more on Mortarion's level.
700 points?
700 points? That's a lot of points. What are we
Mortarion
going to
got
get?
700 points?
I have some
Mortarion
really
had
good. I have some really good
465.
suggestions for the
Okay.
other detachments. So,
All right,
like,
so
if you wanna do that.
465. 465.
I got one.
How many
No, I
points
got
does
one.
that bring us?
We're at 1140.
What?
1140.
1140, and that's one detachment. That gives us how many command points? Not that it matters.
3.
3 command
Six.
points.
Six.
6. Well, we start off with 3 automatically.
Man, is that 1 or 3?
Plus 3.
Oh, there we go. 6.
So we start off with 3, get 6. Or we get 3 more, we get 6 altogether, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, not that it matters. Matters none. So, first detachment's
None of those
down.
use
What's the
command
second detachment that we're going with? Brian, you said you had an idea. What do you want here?
Well, now it doesn't matter. We got to find out what the detachment is.
Well, we can make a detachment.
I understand that.
Well, what do we want for a second detachment, fellas?
What do you want? What do you want?
I was thinking
Let's do
something with some
Vanguard.
elites.
Vanguard.
Vanguards.
Which one is that?
Spam those elites, man.
I got a cheap elite. It's like he's like 40 points. The guy that shot his girlfriend through the bathroom door, the guy with the fake legs. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He's got, dude. He's doesn't have like below his knees. He's
Is it-
got like
veteran or
fucking
something?
They call him like the Razor Runner or something stupid.
As
Oh,
I said
he's like
before,
the fastest
saying it twice
man on
doesn't
the-
help.
No, okay.
The guy with
he's
no
the-
legs.
He was
Are we
like,
in a disabled athlete category now?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He
Jesus
shot his
Christ.
girlfriend through the
Calm
bathroom
down.
door. It was
Oh
a
my
terrible
goodness.
I
accident.
got a good elite's choice.
It was a terrible
It was a
accident.
terrible accident.
He
Somebody
was aiming
broke
for the
into his
mirror or
house.
something.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
No.
Give him a nickname.
Bjorn.
Bjorn. Bjorn's good. He's an elite. How many points
40.
is Bjorn?
40.
40.
He's cheap.
Because he's half a
But-
man.
Because he's gonna shoot someone on his own team.
But 15 extra points for the Tink Tink legs.
The tink
true.
tink legs. Did
Those
you
could
say
come in
tink
handy.
Tink Tink.
tink tang? No tink tink.
So, you got another elite choice over here.
It's not so much just a single character as much as like a group. I would just like to say the Jamaican bobsled team from Cool
Elites.
Runnings.
Elites. I'll take it.
That's a group
I'll
of
take
elites.
it.
I
Jamaica,
love
we got a
that.
bobsled team. Yeah, they do. And they're elites. How many points? Wait. Extra points for if they want to be ready for Arctic weather. Because they're from Jamaica, man. You know?
Come on, hey.
I mean, they didn't win, but
they picked up that
they
sled.
brought a lot of heart.
they have a lot of heart. And
They didn't die. Hard to kill.
I'd probably say.
I think they have a 5-up feel no pain.
Ooh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely 5-up feel no pain. Oh, probably 120.
120.
120.
There's 4 of them, right?
What are we at now, Josh?
That comes with the sled.
685.
And it comes with
the sled.
That's
Hold
with
on,
the-
we need
Okay, no, it's 120. 20 points for the bobsled.
Yeah, there
20
we go.
points to the bobsled.
Which bobsled? Are we getting the
The good one.
The pre.
The good one.
Yeah.
Battle wagon. So we got how many points left?
665.
665. We need 1 elite, 1 HQ to end this spearhead. But we also need troop.
That's
No,
all
that's
we
it.
need. No troop.
Well,
We're gonna have the Serena Williams or the Williams twins in here.
Williams
The
twins
Williams
as
sisters.
oh my god, let's have those as the HQs. 'Cause you can have 2 HQs, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Let's have those 2 as, or they could be like lieutenants where you can take like multiple
Well, I
ones.
feel like you pay for them as one. They're like a unit.
They're like a
It's like
unit.
it's like Megadon and
Yeah,
Alfarius.
How much would you pay for these?
Jeez.
Probably 160.
160 for both of them.
All right.
With a speaker for grunts.
Yes, for sure.
I think that would be an extra
Absolutely.
20
it's a terror
points.
tactic.
Extra 20 points like Noise Marines. They have like Noise Marine
We're at
powers.
485.
We're at 45. Okay, before we pick another elite choice, actually, I want to throw in something. I want to just put my little taste on this. I want to do a fast attack.
Oh,
Okay, I know they're not needed, but we can take at least one in this detachment, I think, fellas.
who's
I'm
the-
going to take OJ and a Bronco.
Oh,
Ooh. I was gonna go with I can't remember his name right now. Who's the
Happy Gilmore for sure.
in the golf cart.
yeah, the golf No, what's
Jason
the guy from NASCAR?
Richard Petty.
No,
I'd have Richard Petty as my
Trickle.
second. We should have went
Dick
fast attack.
Trickle.
on this.
Time out.
Dick Trickle.
Yeah, you're just saying stuff now to be funny.
No, that's a name.
Oh, yeah,
he,
that was
he
a
used to
name.
be in NASCAR.
Was his name really Dick Trickle, or was it
It
Trickle
was.
Dick?
No, it was really Dick Trickle.
Well, if you said it in like a surname, it'd be Trickle Dick, right? Anyways, we have. I do want
OJ and Bronco.
OJ.
Yeah.
Points.
He is going to be about, let's say, like
With
70
or
points.
without the glove?
70 points without the glove, 80 points with the glove.
We're doing without the glove.
Okay, because if the
cutting
glove
costs.
don't fit, it must quit.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true. It's just how it works. So we have one more elite slot. What do we got here, guys? We got one more. We got a good one. We have to have a good
We
one.
got 415 points. in
Oh,
the
400.
What
That's a
about
lot
the
of points.
fucking? What about
We could even probably add a troop into this
We can
shit.
have more, we get 4 more elite potentially.
Oh my
the
goodness.
18?
The 18.
The 18.
No
That's
one-
not a sport.
It's gotta be sports, man.
Man, I don't know why I'm thinking the 18.
Because you heard OJ and you're like, oh,
That's what I
18.
thought. I automatically
What the fuck?
thought like, man, that was retarded.
It could have been, but I feel
give
your
up.
pain. It's hard to do stuff that you're not used to. Like if you
Like thinking.
if you didn't like play sports or know what to do
Yeah,
in sport,
I
you
don't
wouldn't know
know.
anything about this.
Sports, that's tough, right, guys?
If you had
Right,
any
guys?
respect for athletes,
Oh,
you would
I got
just know
one.
this
I
shit.
got one that's easily worth that many points.
Is it the Rock County Rage?
No.
That's my troop toy. That's my troop choice. That's my troop choice. Rock County Rage.
I'm just trying to think outside
50
of the
points,
sports
Josh.
that we've already gone with.
Okay.
Michael Phelps.
Phelps?
Michael
That guy's
Phelps.
worth a lot of points. I mean, that guy's
Before, like,
his
with
wingspan
the-
is
with the-
longer than he is tall.
With like an ounce?
With an ounce and a
With
bong.
an ounce of weed. Like his
5
guy-
points for
didn't he
the
get busted
bong
for it?
upgrade.
He doesn't care.
Gives
All
him
right,
plus
what
1
do we
leadership.
at points on that?
He's the man.
Fuck.
He's no Tom Brady.
What about I got a good elite choice. Let's get Aaron Rodgers and
Ugh, he's
and-
like
and
Job Squad.
Hold on. We'll get Aaron Rodgers and then we'll pay an extra 20 points to give him a Twix.
How about but is that with or without the
Get-
broken
I got it, I
collarbone?
got it.
Because he needs a break. Give him a break.
He's got a break. He's got
got
his
a break.
collarbone.
I want to get a break of that collarbone. Yeah. So
terrible.
elite choice. That's going to be 50 points. I'm using it. I don't care.
I'd put him at 30 top.
30 top.
30.
He's on the bench. What is he going to do?
Job Squad it.
We're done, right? We don't need anything else.
No,
for that
we
protection, right?
need to fill these point gaps. We got the rage. What do we get for other? That he's our other elite.
That's like a troop.
We're at
He's
335.
a troop.
Yeah.
Let's put him as a troop. I'm sorry, that's a troop. We need one more elite.
We didn't get any points off of this Michael Phelps guy, so
Michael Phelps.
What, like 80?
I'd go 100.
100. I'd go 120.
Okay.
If you got an ounce.
But you got to bring a pool. You got to
Yeah,
pay for the
250.
Olympic pool. That's like 100 points.
50 an ounce.
50 left?
215.
That's a cheap ounce. Let's do 50 an ounce.
We gotta get some sport characters in here.
Support characters. Give me what else? How many points we have up here?
215.
We got 215. What do you want for a support character?
How about Pop Warner, the guy who invented modern football? And like,
I was thinking like Vince Lombardi, but okay, you can do Pop.
we
Warner.
could do that too. Pop Warner was great though. He actually, at one point, they sewed pockets on the inside of the jerseys so that they could stuff the ball under the jersey, pretend that they didn't have it. They every year they had to come out with new rules. He had a fucking player run off the field, behind the bench, back onto the field, and catch a ball for a touchdown. And to win a game, so they had to change the rules for that. So you have to stay on the fucking field.
Pop
fucking
Warner, I
crafty,
think
I like
I
him.
think he's going to be. He'd be 100 point. What do you think? How many elites do we
He's
have
bringing
here?
you like 2
We have
command
3.
points.
How many can we have?
He's easily HQ.
Yeah, he's
HQ, so we can get 3 HQs for the spearhead.
Yeah, we're only on 2 HQs right now, so we're good.
What about
Okay,
that soccer player?
Pele.
Beckham.
Pele.
I was going to say just for a heavy
Beckham
support.
would be better at. He would definitely be better at Warhammer.
Beckham was
He's
just
violent.
I think a heavy,
Some women or some shit, I'm sure.
a heavy support would be just a hacky sack player, just like a didgeridoo of hacky
just some
sack.
hippies, a fucking hacky circle or
Just
whatever.
a drum circle. Because technically it's a sport, fellas. What was the other cheerleaders? Let's have a cheerleaders.
Dude, how about the Frolfing team, man?
the Frolfing team?
Dude, man. I got it.
That's a fast attack. Those guys can move pretty quick.
Okay.
What do we got?
What are we settling on? We got 115 for a heavy support. What are you settling on?
Good. Bowling.
The United States curling team.
Ooh!
Have you seen what those?
Yeah, I know
what
that.
they
No
can
way.
do? And I'm talking the women's team.
The women's team.
Women's curling.
So let's
They
give me
can
200
do.
points.
They are.
They're going to be
they're
200
naturals
points,
at
man.
it
That's
with
a,
the
that's a
brooming
lot of
and-
backup. That's a lot of backup. How many points does that leave us,
We got
Josh?
we only have 115.
We have 115?
I don't know if we can get the whole team.
Oh my god, I don't think we can get the whole team.
Can we get the Olympic curling team? Or I'm sorry,
The second class.
the disabled
The disabled
curling team.
Is that a thing?
Yes. Disabled curling team for the Special
Half
Olympics
points, I'm sure.
is 100 and... Oh, never mind. Oh, that's an awful idea. They're
exactly
so much
half?
more powerful than like, the average person, if you think about it.
This is so bad.
Oh, that's so bad.
But the thing is, it's I don't want to say this. It's a fucking sport of finesse.
So
And
the Special
you
Olympics
don't know your
curling
own
team,
strength.
140 points. Let's do
Oh,
it.
Special Olympics are disabled.
Oh,
There's a difference here.
It's like the same fucking
thought
thing.
No,
Yeah.
Special Olympics are fucking trained athletes.
Disabled? They're still disabled?
No, like Special Olympics are like special abilities, like mentally handicapped, and then like the disabled Olympics. Or
I thought they were the same.
Yeah, like-
you got retards competing against normally disabled people.
Yeah, it doesn't work out.
Yeah, retards gonna win all the time.
The guy with the fake legs
Oh
is
my
the
goodness.
fastest
I
guy.
didn't know we
ever.
were talking like the ringer here.
All right. So we have okay. What are we
Johnny
settling
Knoxville.
for? We have to
Okay.
settle this. We have to
get
settle
Johnny
this
Knoxville.
once and for all, fellas. It's taking too long to make this stream list come a reality to me. We have how many points left?
We're done.
We're done.
Well, I mean, we're doing half team. We got 15
Half
points.
the team.
So
we
we're
use
doing the
half the
disabled
team.
team, so it's exactly half. So 100 points. We got 15 points.
Okay, and what are we gonna call? Like, what are we gonna call this list? If we had to bring it into a tournament, what would we call it?
Sports list.
You're gonna call it sports list? That's so fucking
Sports list.
sports list.
That's sports list.
I'd have to say, I got nothing. God, that sports list actually
It's perfect.
speaks to the soul. So, thanks for listening to the Dream List portion of this.
You're not gonna play the thing again?
Do you want me to play the thing again?
I don't.
I feel like you need to have like the Sports Center.
I wish I didn't have that though. I only got,
Fucking terrible producer.
that's all I'm doing.
Come on, I got-
I'm not doing it anymore. It's dead to
It's on
me.
your phone. What the fuck?
It's on my phone. I don't have it. It's not gonna happen. Brian.
Fan.
Brian.
Fan.
Brian. What? Brian.
It is really loud.
It is, I know. It's so horrible, dude.
Honestly, Brian, you do it one more time, I'm kicking you out of here.
Ah!
You fucking cocksucker. You're lucky you're the... You know what? I have to break this. I have to break this anger that I have with Brian. I have to. You know why? Because the next segment is, who's the best? And this isn't a boasting contest. This is the opposite of what we normally do on this show, where we normally talk about those people that irk you, I want to know about the people that you actually
Can't even complain about Tyler. What good is this podcast?
Right? What's
God
the whole
damn it.
point of this, right?
I bet you there's at least 3 people
Oh, no.
that you've played with in the last 2 months that you're like, thanks for fucking playing. So Josh, I actually know that you've met or have hung out with 2 people that do not hang out at the shop in the last month. Give a shout out. We'll talk about some of these people that are awesome to play with, awesome to know.
Okay, wait. People that I don't see on a regular basis?
Yeah, man. Didn't you just go to a tournament too? There's always one
Okay.
person that just hangs out that you're like, man, this guy was really cool. And I'm really glad. Mine was it James?
Oh yeah, James from Illinois.
Yeah, James.
James is badass.
I remember the first time hanging out with him. I was like, dude, this is the reason why I love playing Warhammer. It's people like you who fucking come in here and they want to play, they want to have fun, they want to enjoy the game. They're not here to be super competitive.
Yeah.
Even though he's a very competitive person, James, you are a cocksucker sometimes. But
Dude, fuck that Poxwalker list. That's all I gotta say. All right.
But stuff like that, we always go towards the negative on this, which is fun and it's very relieving to us to have like that. But it's also I want to be known for the podcast that hey man, I know those guys. They said my name on the podcast.
All right. I got 2 out of state, and then I want to special mention for one person in the store.
Let's get it.
Okay, so the 2 out of states, I actually played with Henry back in lacrosse in August, and we were on top table competing for the overall $500 in cash. And I beat him, but then I ended up seeing him in Minnesota at the Renegade GT last weekend, and we hung out all day, and we were just drinking beers and playing like shit because we were drinking.
But you still got to have
cool
fun
dude.
with someone.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Definitely cool dude. He was going to go to Canada with me, and then we figured out a Canada trip was on the same day as the tournament here next weekend. So
yeah.
And I also met a guy from Forge World Columbia. That's the team name that they use. His name is JD, I think. JD Power Associates.
Ooh,
no
nice.
relation. Just help me remember that.
That's his dad's name.
Yeah.
My dad owns a dealership, man.
Right. But the best way you can find people in a 40K tournament is just find whoever's drinking and then just encourage them to drink more all day, and then you'll become fast friends.
That's Josh's motto.
It's always good strategy.
Right,
do it.
Especially if you're playing against them, because then you can beat them.
Oh, I didn't play him, but I just found this random guy who's drinking a beer, and I was like, you and me are going to finish this Thursday. And then a special mention, he's come a long way. He's a really good competitive player, Mike J Sersich.
He's on here. Clean Mike's on here all the goddamn time.
I like him though. He's a good player.
Yeah.
He learns a lot.
Even though he plays Grey Knights.
He corrects me on rules. I like it.
Someone actually, is Mike the new up and coming mentor?
I think so. He's gonna mentor people. He's gonna start training people.
He's just what the fuck is he? He's just beating me up on these matches. He's not helping me.
I
at all.
haven't beat him yet. I've played him 3 times, I think now, maybe just twice. But either way, dude, he's stomped me.
He's a sleeper.
What about I want to mention the 2 Canadian, our buddies.
Oh yeah, go ahead and mention him. You got 2 people.
Wayne,
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Wayne and
Ivor.
Ivor. There we go.
Yavor? No,
Yeah.
Yavor. Oh shit, I can't remember. Yavor.
You fucked up. You done.
It's Hungarian. Give us a break.
Yeah. Those guys were really cool. Fucking got to hang out with them.
You want to tell everybody how you met them?
Not really. I don't think I'm going to do that, actually.
You could.
No, I really can't.
Not
I
too
really
many
don't
people.
want to.
Cop Mike.
Yeah.
We were drinking beer.
Beer, and they were like,
drinking.
would you drink beer? And I was like, dude, I drink beer. You drink beer? And they're like, let's go drink some beers.
In the parking lot,
Beers
mostly.
In the parking lot,
Yeah.
Lots of beers.
But now we're going to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Well,
Invited to Canada.
I'd just like to thank all of
That's
you guys
another
for,
country, you know.
Canada. It's another country. It's a different place.
The dice roll the opposite way up.
Hey, I just like how you said they roll the opposite way.
Left-handed dice, everybody. Let's go.
Only in this world where things are backwards in the Canada.
Yeah. It's just like Canadian dice rolling. I
said no more of that, Brian.
Oh, sorry.
Seriously, honestly, you just really have to knock it off. Oh my God,
That's
Brian.
terrible.
Brian, just stop. Brian,
That was
Now you're just being
Oh, what a dick. Seriously, stop
I think
it.
that means it's time to end this, right?
No, it's actually getting there. So I'd like to thank these guys.
another hour.
Hold on. I'd like to thank these guys for sitting around here for as long as they did and joining us on Chops Close. Brian, yeah, you look like you're getting ready to leave. You can go ahead.
Standing up.
You can say your goodbye. And you can just start
standing
walking
up.
and getting stuff. I still have to pack up my shit, so I got like 10 more minutes.
I'm putting on my jacket.
Okay. See you, Brian. Thanks for showing up for the show. Josh, thank you for being here for the show as well. And Lucas, thanks for sticking around until the end here. It was really fun to have you
Shout
on.
out to
Hope you
Oliver for
hope you had a fun
hanging out.
time. Yeah,
It was a
shout
good
out to
time.
Oliver. And
Fuck that guy.
oh my goodness. And then we got it's Tim, who I have had through a phone call that I'm going to be putting on here that you guys probably already heard. And then I also have Tyler talking about his tournament on here. It's been a really busy night at the shop. And I'd like to thank you. And my name is Mike J Sersich. Look us up on shopsclose.podbean.com. Or you can find us on Facebook. Friend us, follow us, and all that good stuff. And until then, shop is closed.
Shops Closed is an insert name production. Look us up on iTunes or follow the shop on Facebook or Twitter.